Welcome back to my channel, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Kathy. I have my own home daycare that I run out of my home. I am from Saskatchewan, Canada, so I do videos on my three top favorite things that I like to do, which is home decorating, home organization, then of course working with kids and doing my home daycare. So if those sound interesting to you, go ahead and subscribe and hit your notification bell. So today we're going to do a tour actually of my craft closet and my classroom, as well as my new home gross motor room. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. Okay, so the first room we're going to look at is the classroom. So right now we're just finishing up our winter theme. So I'm just going to show you around at some of the activities that we did this past couple of weeks. So right away, as soon as you come in the door here, this is my sensory bin. So in my sensory bin, what I did was I just added some of this fake snow that I actually got from the dollar store, I do believe. And then I just added some of these snowflakes and some balls here, styrofoam balls, and then just a few jewels again that I got from the Dollar Tree. So all this stuff here is actually just from the Dollar Tree, so you can purchase it. And it's really cheap and the kids absolutely love it. And of course I have a spoon in there and these yogurt containers that the kids can use to find things. They like to bury all that stuff and then they look for them and dig for them. So there's that. And then over here in our reading area, I just added some snowflakes just for decoration. And we have some books up there about snow. And just up here, this is where I keep their baskets or their buckets for nap time. So in their buckets, they have a change of clothes, and they also have like a blanket and a sheet for their bed, which I provide. And then down here, we have some sensory books. So this is the area that they come in here to calm down, or, you know, if they're having a hard time separating from mom and dad, this is kind of the place where they come to just relax. I always sit in here with the kids when they're playing. So I usually sit right here, right beside the sensory bin, keeping an eye on things there. And so I'm right in the room here with them if the child needs to calm down or, you know, just needs some me time. So like I said, in here, I have some sensory books. So some of them are the touchy-feely ones, and then there's some of them play music and that sort of thing. And then over here in this bucket, I have reading buddies. So they're just basic like small little dollies here that they can take and cuddle with and read with. And then I did finally make a calm down bucket. So in my calming bucket, I have a few things here. So I have the rain makers kind of things in there. So I got a couple of those. And then I have in here where they can search for things. So hide and seek, find things, that kind of thing. And this I just got from the dollar store. Kids love it. They think it's funny, so they just love to squeeze it and that kind of thing. And then in here, again, dollar store find. And they just like it's like a winter theme one. So with the snow and sparkles in there. I also got these fun little game things for them to try. And again, dollar store finds. I got actually a few of them. So there's some bigger ones there. And I got some fidgets and these just little calm down bottles or jar things. And these things here as well. I think I got pretty much almost all this stuff from the dollar store or Amazon. This little fidget thing here is from Amazon. And then I also have a sensory jar in here that I actually picked or put some magnetic bingo chips in it. So, and the kids actually love playing with this. And then I just put a magnetic wand or whatever, so they can just sit there and, you know, play with them just like this, that kind of thing. They absolutely love this thing. So I have that, so I just a big bucket. And then over here, I have the Little People house with little people buckets, or with little people in it. And then I have some winter activities here. I usually like to purchase my programs like this from Teachers Pay Teachers. It's a nice, cheap way of getting like everything that you're gonna need for your themes. So I totally recommend Teachers Pay Teachers. So this here, things like this go with it. So this here's the memory game. So all I did was just cut out the pieces, laminate each one, and the kids absolutely love this game. We played this game so many times these past couple of weeks. This idea here I actually got off of Pinterest. So I just cut out some hat shape thing from foam, and then the kids just put it on their snowman, and then that's how many buttons they count out. And then this I got from Scholastics, from ordering books and stuff like that. Again, it's just a snowman thing, so it's pretty similar to this one right here, except for it's got the numbers on the hats, and then they have to match up the buttons with the numbers. So where's that one? And then down here is kind of like a little math activity. So I just went and got this stuff from the dollar store, and then they can like weigh them as well as the buttons and the animals there. Whew, sorry, I'm out of breath. I actually had COVID, and I'm still kind of getting over some of the symptoms that I had. That's a whole nother video. So down here, these I just got from the dollar store, and the kids actually love this. So if you guys think that your kids are ever bored, go to the dollar store and buy cups. They love to just sit here and they stack them. They make different things like this out of them, and then they just, you know, knock them down, that kind of thing. And they absolutely love this. And I take kids from 18 months to 12 years. So right now though, I have one 2-year-old, one 3-year-old, two 3-year-olds, and then 2 going to be 4-year-olds. And then I have a 5-year-old that is actually in kindergarten, so he comes for half days and goes to school. So, and then I have a 6-year-old that's in grade 1, and then I have another school ager, so who's 7 years old. So those are kind of my ages right now that I have. So I set up my room for those kind of ages. So, and over here I have this puzzle here. So we are learning our alphabet and stuff. So this is really, really good for the kids to do. They learn the upper and lowercase letters there. And what kids don't like? The magnetic tiles. So we have the magnetic tiles there. Up here I just have, I got this from a garage sale, so I'm not sure if it's Melissa and Doug or not. But anyways, there's like the cars that go with it right there. And then down here, there are bear-shaped puzzles here, so they can put mommy and daddy and baby together. And then in these things here, I got all this from the dollar store. And again, the kids love this thing. So even these trays I got from the dollar store as well. So the magnetic, you go and get these magnetic letters or numbers, and because we're learning our numbers too. And I just put all the kids' names in here, laminated them, and then I actually put a magnet on the back of them. And this is how they kind of learn to be spelling their names. So they look for their name, put it on the tray, and then they look for the letters in here, and they stick to the trays here. So they absolutely love this thing. And again, it's a cheap toy, like it's from the dollar store. So for some reason, the kids are really attached to things that I created, like, you know, and bought from the dollar store, more so than the expensive toys that I got. So don't feel like you have to go out and purchase like a really awesome toy, because like I said, the kids absolutely love those things. Those are some of their favorite things that they play with. And down here, I do have these puzzles here from Melissa and Doug. I see so many people that have those ones. So again, another dollar store toy. And again, the kids, they just build things with them. They like to actually build different buildings, and then they build like little mazes and stuff like that. And then they use those cars in them. So they're very creative, you know, when you just give them stuff like this. Dollar store, guys. And then over here, you got the Melissa and Doug thing there. This is just all the baby stuff. So clothes, blankets, like more dramatic playthings there. And then the babies are just right in here in the high chair. And then the Barbie house. And so I just have things in here like the Barbie clothes. I put up here some of the Barbies and stuff like that that the kids don't really play with too much. So my 2-year-olds can't really reach them and they don't really play with them. So that's why they're up higher. And then the clothes, and then the Barbies. And down here, I have the little Barbies, and then I have like My Little Ponies. So in here too, just wanted to show you, because this video is also about organization, but I keep the Barbie shoes in containers like this. And the kids know that when they put the toys away, they must take off the Barbie shoes and put them back in the containers. So this, in this bucket here, this container here, I have all the little girl toy or little girl clothes in here. And then I have in this container, the Barbie accessories like purses, brushes, things for their hair, like the crowns and stuff like that. So again, my kids know that all that stuff needs to get put back into the containers before they get put away. And then this is a container just for Ken's shoes. So I just store them with the little Barbies in here. And like I said, I'm always in the room with the kids, so there's no way, like my younger ones know that they can't touch certain toys in here. So I'm in here with them to watch them, make sure nothing goes in the mouths. But my kids are actually really good. Nothing has really been going in their mouths at all, which is awesome. So over here, I have my play kitchen. And again, for those who didn't see a video of this before, I just added some lights, puck lights that I got from the dollar store, just added those in there. And then just did the bottom there. So like, this is actually, I think it's an IKEA one. Lots of people have this particular one here. I just repainted it and put some of the backsplash on and that kind of thing. So, you know, just to fancy it up a little bit. I also put like a light in here for the kids in their little oven here. And I also put a light right in there in their fridge as well. Makeshift fridge. So, sorry to make you dizzy. But over here, so this is another thing that I did that I got from, I think it's Teachers Pay Teachers. And I just cut out the pieces, laminated them, and then I had to put the sticky dots on here, the Velcro ones, because when the kids were putting the jackets on, they weren't sticking, even though there was a magnet at the back. It wasn't strong enough to stick, so I had to add the sticky dots. So they put them on like that, and then they can dress up the characters. So there's a boy and a girl there. And I just have that on a magnetic whiteboard. And then over here is where I just store some of the food for the kitchen, as well as this area here. And then over here is their art area. So again, since I have 2 different groups, I do have these safety scissors for the younger these safety scissors for the younger kids. And then I have like the older kids can use those ones there. And then of course paper and activity books, mainly for the older kids, basically. And that there's the water mat with the water accessory toys in there. The kids absolutely love that as well. And then this is another activity that I put out for the winter theme. This is another Pinterest find. So what I did is I just put this in here is actually Dawn dish soap, and I just filled up the bag half, or I don't know, maybe about this much of the Dawn dish soap, and then I just put in like the googly eyes, these tiny little buttons for the mouth, and then a piece of foam, orange foam for the nose, and then they just push all this stuff into place, and yeah, to build their snowman. And they absolutely love this thing too. And it's nice, cheap, easy thing to make for them. And then I just taped it. You know, you get all the air out and then you just tape it to the table, and the kids had fun with that. So this is basically it for my little classroom play area here. I love my bulletin board. Anyway, so let's move on to my gross motor room. Okay, so when you enter the gross motor room, the first thing you'll notice is this big calendar here. And then you come in here and I have this little basketball hoop, which I might actually take outside after winter. Well, for now, my little 2-year-olds really like playing with that too. But and then I have over here my ball pit, and I just have it folded halfway, so it does like open up quite large, and actually like all 5 of my kids can actually fit in there. I usually just let them play with it maybe on Fridays, and then I just spray the balls really, really good over the weekend and let them dry and air out kind of thing. So yeah, but they absolutely love the ball pit. And then over here on this wall, I have a dartboard. This room here is also where we do our circle time. Don't mind the paint swatches on the wall there. That's actually supposed to be the same color paint that's actually on the wall. However, I think the paint was old and yeah, ended up turning light. But anyway, so I have that. And then we sit here on the carpet and we actually do circle time. So we use that little days of the week board over there as well, that's in the corner. And then I have this little basketball, or this little basket here, and these big bouncy hoppers as well. And then in this area here, I have my walking balancing cups, and the kids actually love that too. So they practice like they're balancing by holding onto the string and stepping on the cups and walking around with that. And then I have the bowling set there, and some rings and bean bags, and those balls there are for the dartboard, and they're Velcro, they're sticky Velcro, so it sticks to, they like to actually stick them on their clothes too, so it's kind of funny that they walk around with that. So these balls here are really, really bouncy, and they're very, very hard. So what I actually taught my kids to do is to use this little net over here, and then they just stand a little ways back, and they have to try and bounce it into the net, so or into the basket there. So just so that they're not throwing them around the whole entire room, they actually have something to aim at. And so what I usually do with the kids, if I give them the 1, 2, 3 rule, so I give them actually 3 warnings and just let them know, like, hey, we only throw it there. We don't throw it just across the room. This is where we're throwing it. And if they can't do it, then they don't get to play with it. That's basically how I handle things. But usually for the most part, the kids are really, really good and they listen. So up here, I just have like the pylons, so they can use the pylons for the rings or the bean bags, anything like that. And then I have like these little hoppers. So these little hoppers I got from Amazon, and I thought they were going to be just a little bit bigger than those ones, but they turned out to be quite small. So it's so cute, but what the kids actually use them for is for those, I don't know what you would call those things, but they pretend that they're weights and they just kind of lift them up like this. So it's really, really funny. So it's working out. I was going to send them back, but the kids said no, they wanted to see and play with them, so I let them do that. So these things up here on this top shelf, I did have in here for the kids to play with. However, they're not really appropriate for inside, so especially when a few of the kids have been playing with them at the same time. So I'm gonna take them again outside, but these are the catch and ball catchers or whatever. And so the ball's hung onto the string and it's all connected, so they just swing it and try and catch the ball in there. These things, this one here is actually skippers. So they put it around their ankle and then they skip the ball. And then this is the parachute. The parachute I do want to leave in here. This here is something that I got off of Amazon, and this is actually my incentive that I use for circle time. So when the kids are really, really good, they get a sticker for listening to each activity that we do during circle time, and when they get so many stickers, they get to play the game and get a prize. So that's working out really, really well. And then over here, I have some cars. So I have some Melissa and Doug train sets, and then I have some cars and stuff like that in here, and little people to go with it. And down there, those Melissa and Doug pullback cars. And then I have just some Hot Wheel cars. And then over here, this is our music section. So we have like the dancing ribbons in here. And then we have the dancing scarves that they use, the guitar, the xylophone, and then the little piano, and then there's like some shakers and stuff in here. So this is the room that they also have naps in. So therefore I have my little diffuser there that also plays music, and the lights can change color. You can put it to whatever color you want to put it on. And then, of course, I have my baby monitor in here too. And then I have my baby monitor, the other half of it, in the kitchen where I usually am during nap time. And then, of course, my CD player. So when we have music time in here as well. And then I just have some more books for them to read in case things are overstimulating for them. They can sit down here and read and just relax and kind of watch what's going on. And then up there, I just keep my circle time bucket and a couple of the older kids' extra clothes in there, the ones that are in school. And then over here, I have all my Lego. So this is kind of the construction zone. So I have my Lego, and then I have the Melissa and Doug big, huge blocks, which they love. And these foam puzzle blocks there. And then I have these kind of magnetic toys in here as well. So I took a picture of what was in the box or in the bins and just taped them to the front of these bins. So we have a couple buckets there of Lego, and then we have some foam blocks in that one. And then over here, we have some wooden blocks in this one here. And our Lincoln logs in there, and our trains and stuff in that one. So that is my gross motor room here. So we usually do play in the other room that I showed you, and then we come in here. We do our circle time on the mat there, and then right after circle time, I let them play in this room for a little bit before we go to the park, which is right across the street. So that's very convenient for me as well. So that's my gross motor room. Now let's check out my craft closet. So my craft closet is actually in my laundry room. This is actually also where I store all my cots, as well as all my books. So I have quite a few books up there, like bins and stuff. So I have them all sorted according to theme. I don't know if you guys can see the names on there, but I have them all sorted according to theme. And so my husband is actually going to be building me some more shelves right above here. So I'm going to get a couple more shelves to put up here so I can add some more books, because believe it or not, I do have more books than this. So yeah, I need more room. So we're going to take the shelves, like there's that much spare wall above there. So at least room for 2 more shelves up there. So I will definitely have them filled up. And when we do that, I will give you guys an update as well. So there's that part of it. And then over here is the craft closet. So I'll show you how I organized my craft closet a little bit here. So starting at the top shelf there, that is actually nail polish. Well, I had them for my nail polish. These 2 acrylic things there. So I have my glitter at the top because we don't use glitter as much. So I have them at the very top, then some glitter glue. And then I have my stamp pads up there and some styrofoams, and then I have some jars and some lace and ribbon stuff there. And then I have in that bin there paper towel rolls, toilet paper rolls, and in there I just have some sticky tack paper and poster board and that kind of stuff there. Over here I actually have my painting smocks hung up on there, and then behind it is some poster paper. And then down here I keep my step stool, and in here I got that off of Amazon as well, and that's where I put a bunch of my larger items for bulletin boards or to decorate the walls with and that kind of thing. So on the second shelving part here, so we have that, and then down here I have some paints and some essential oils, which I use for the diffuser when they're napping, or in the bathroom there too. I have one in there as well to get rid of the smell of things. And then I have different scissors there, my fire extinguisher there, and then I have this accordion binder thingy or whatever that I got off of Amazon as well, and that's what I'm using to sort my paper, my different colored paper there, whatever, construction paper. And then a blue bin just for my black construction paper. And then I'm just using this for, like, I don't know if you guys want to call me a hoarder or what, but I don't like to waste things. So therefore I do have this container here that holds just leftover construction paper or foam paper or whatever in here, just in case I need like little sections of it. Instead of using a whole sheet, I just go to that. So over here, again, I got this thing here from Amazon, and that holds all my borders for my bulletin board or for the classroom there. And then in this little thing here, I just have more yogurt containers again for my sensory bin, or if we're doing some kind of painting project, that kind of thing, we use them. So in this bin here, as you can see, I just got my Bingo dabbers, and down there's extra paint. In this bin here is my paint brushes, and just using different paint accessories in there. And then in here is like my watercolors and my fabric paint. And then in this container is extra crayons, extra pencil crayons, and extra markers. And then over here I have this I absolutely love. And this, again, everything I used in here is from Amazon. So this here houses all of those elastic things, and I have 2 big ones. I don't know if you can see down there as well. So I have 2 containers of those. My school agers love to make bracelets and necklaces and that kind of thing out of them. And then I have back behind there, I have my plastic laces, some glue, and in these containers here is where I keep all my beads. Yes, they are all color coordinated, so when I need a certain color, I can just come in here and, you know, grab the color that I'm looking for. And then I've got another container here, the same as those plastic or those rubber band thingies there. And then I use these for all my googly eyes. And in here is just glues and my Mod Podge, that kind of thing there. And then this, in this container here, I have some more beads, the alphabet beads. And yes, I actually went and sorted all those as well. And yeah, that took me a long time as well, because of course everybody knows that you buy them all together in a big bag. So I bought a few big bags, and then I just went through them all and I sorted every single letter in there too. So it's super easy when I'm trying to do a craft with the kids and we need to find certain letters. Instead of digging through the bag, I can just find them there. And then this, I do believe I got from Walmart. And I have paper clips in one, some wooden beads, and some jewels. That would have been bad if I dropped that. So different jewels there. And then in here I have those rings, keychain rings, some magnets in there, nothing in there, some metallic beads, some bells, and some tacks in that one there. So again, I got that from Walmart. And then down here on my second last row, I have some washi tape and different things in there. And then I have my pipe cleaners. And here I have all my pom-poms. And again, I color coordinated them all into different Ziploc bags. And then I have these foam straw things and my foam letters in that one there. And then over here I have my foam sheets in this one. This one I have my felt sheets in that one. There's popsicle sticks, some chalk in that one. And this, again, this bucket here has from leftover projects. It might have leftover tissue paper or leftover foam paper or whatever. So that's another thing like that in there. And then in this bucket here I have feathers. And then down over here is where I just keep some plates, plastic plate things. And we use those for playing with Play-Doh and that kind of thing. And then I have some streamers in that one, and some ribbon in that one, and tissue paper in there. And then of course down here I have some party supplies. So that means in this big bin is where I store my balloons, straws, all those kind of things for paper plates. I have a whole bunch of different colored paper plates in there. There's also some cups in there, some spoons and that kind of thing. So anything to have a party. But I also go through here to grab things for craft, of course, because we use paper plates a lot for craft supplies there. So I'm keeping and hoarding some of these for now because I need them for a craft that we're going to be doing in February. And then over on this side I have in here some cotton rounds, and then back there I have some large buttons, and then in this bin here I have the smaller buttons. And yes, I color coordinated all my buttons as well, so I just come in here and pick whatever color I want for any of the buttons that I need. And there's a whole bunch of them. I just used, as you can see, I used some spice jars, and then I just color coordinated those. And then in this one here, as you can see, it's just Q-tips and cotton balls, and then paper bags there, and then I have shaving cream and large popsicle sticks, as well as clothespins. So down at the very bottom here, I just have extra containers and all my bulletin board things too. So anything I use for bulletin boards. So again, in here I have some letters, and then I use this here, houses all my letters for the bulletin board. And again, I went through and organized it all like alphabetically. So when I'm looking for a certain letter, I can just quickly grab it. And it's very helpful to be that organized. Whoops. So then I just stick everything right back where I got it from. It goes right back in there. So yes, so that is my craft closet, and that's how I organize that. I'll just give you one more quick look. If you notice, I didn't really label everything, but there are clear bins so I can see exactly what's in them. So there's that. I am going to show you the bathroom that the kids use as well. So okay, so in my bathroom, it's pretty much the same as my other video that I showed of the bathroom, except for I did get a wall mounted soap dispenser for the kids. I did have, here I'll show you actually one of them. So I did have a countertop one, that one right there, and it didn't work. It just, as soon as they get wet, it stops working. I went and purchased another one thinking that it was something that I did with it, and they're like, I don't know, almost $40. So I got another one and we tried it again. It worked for a little while, but again, as soon as it got wet, as soon as the bottoms get wet on those things, they stop working. So I do not recommend those at all to anybody. It's a big waste of money. I'm so disappointed in that. So if you want to get one of those ones that you don't have to, what are those, touchless or whatever they're called, don't get the ones that are for the countertop. You are much better off getting the wall mounted ones because they don't work. And I just store my extra stuff inside there. So I got the baby oil, an extra toothpaste thing, some baby cream, and paper towels, garbage bags, my gloves. So I just store that kind of stuff in there. So this step stool here I got from Amazon. Everything that you see, everything that you see in the bathroom is basically from Amazon as well. So that there again is another one of the diffusers that plays music and it also diffuses things. So I just put my oils and water in this container here and then turn it on. And then over here, so above my toilet here, I do have this shelving unit that has all their names on these things here. These I got from Walmart as well, these containers here. So I have all those I got those from Walmart. But inside here, each kid has their own toothbrush, toothpaste, and comb and hair accessories. This little girl actually in particular, she goes to dancing, so I like to do her hair for dancing so mom doesn't have to worry about it when they come pick her up. So yeah, and then up here I have my gloves, plastic bags for poopy diapers, my Lysol wipes, and then behind there I have some cream for the bums and some powder, and that jar is the perfect size to fill up my diffuser over there. So I just fill it up, dump it in there, and the 1-minute timer is for when they're brushing their teeth, so they know how long to brush for. So the change table here, and then my wipes container, and then down over here under the change table I have each kid's bin with their names on it. So right now I just have 2 kids that are in diapers right now, and the potty time, I am potty training 1 kid too right now. So we have, it's actually one of the kids here, and so we have like the potty time books. And then down here, I have this bucket here is used for the dirty cloths. So the kids would wash their hands, and then they would use those cloths there in that container to dry their hands and stick it in the dirty bucket. So then this is a potty seat that just fits on top of the toilet, and the step to get up on the toilet. And then this bucket here is for dirty toys. So anything that goes in their mouths, that kind of thing goes in there. That's usually actually empty all the time because kids are really good about not putting anything in their mouths. So, but that's about it. That's it for the bathroom. So that is it for this particular tour. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up to let me know that you liked it. And if you want to see any more tours of my daycare space or the rest of my house, that kind of thing, or I hope you guys got a whole bunch of different ideas on how to organize your space as well. But if you have any questions, please let me know. Feel free to comment in the comments section, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye.